can't believe this is episode 4 of 412 already.
I know, what a journey it's been, and so far we've had the ex-Lord Mayor, we've had members of the Labour Party.
Yes, and in a couple of weeks we'll have somebody here from the Lib Dems. However, one party seems to avoid us at every possible opportunity. That party is the Conservative Party. So I'm taking this moment right now at the start of this show to invite anybody from the Conservative Party to come and join our show. We only invite you out of the simple interest of fairness. Rant over.
Thank God for that. Right, we have got an amazing show to get through today, and it's packed to the brim with entertainment. We've got our Hayley, she's speaking to Hollyoaks actress Annie Wallace, and we're going to be talking to Josh Littlehales, a DJ that's possibly up for an award.
Now, twice tonight, you'll be liking this, twice tonight we get to speak to our Dan Westwood. Not only is he our gadget guru, talking about the bargain iPad, but today we got the chance to speak to Natalie Grady, who's currently appearing in this house, a fab play at the Lowry, all week.
Now, I remember last week you said something about dinner and dissection.
I did. Now, you'll find this fascinating. You can have dinner and watch an autopsy all on the same night. But I'll let you ponder on that until we speak a little bit later to Sam and Dean from Anatomy Lab Live.
That's hard to say that, isn't it?
It's for Gareth Gates
is
as well.
That just live? Anyway, that is... I'm really looking forward to this bit.
Boom, down, boom, boom. Yeah, me too. We're about to meet a true trendsetter for the generation. And with this, I think we should hang you over to the desk and our lovely Hayley Cartwright, our soap guru, and her fantastic friend, Annie Wallace.
Hiya, I'm Hayley, and I have a lovely guest for you today. It's my friend and Hollyoaks actor, Annie Wallace.
Hello.
Thank you for coming in. Not that she had much choice, by the way.
No.
So, how long has Sally been on the screens for now, then?
Oh, goodness me. Well, she's been on screen for 2.5 years.
That long?
Yeah. It's gone fairly quickly for me. Because it's been like, first year was like, couldn't hardly breathe. Blah, 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 blah. Second year, busy. This year, not so busy at the moment, but now starting to pick up.
Having a bit of a rest.
A bit of a rest. You know, feed the fish.
I've seen some of the tweets, though, because people are missing you, aren't they?
Yes, yes. I had quite a lot of personal messages from people going, have you left? Are you going to leave? Please don't leave. And I was thinking, I just need to say something. And I just said, no, I'm not going to, don't worry.
You're in demand, darling.
Yes,
in
apparently
demand.
so.
So, you were the first transgender actor to play a regular transgender role on television. Yeah. How does it feel? History?
Perfectly normal now. At the time, I was very, very chuffed and I was very honoured. And to be honest, it was actually something that I had said to my good friend Julie Hesmanhouse several years previously. I'd said, you know, that would be a goal. Because at the time there weren't any trans actors on television at all. And I says, I'd like to be the first trans actor in a soap opera. And I thought it was just this pipe dream. But then it kind of, everything fitted into place and it happened. And I was like, wow. And now I just get on with it and just have fun.
It's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. Because obviously we've known each other for a long time, so I think it's fantastic. I'm really proud of you. And you know, like me, you wanted to be an actor from a young age, didn't you?
Very young, yes. I did all this stuff with going to drama school. Getting trained at secondary school, doing productions, doing certificates, and then I was going to go to drama school, but Mum and Dad were quite poor, and back in 1982, yes, I am that old, viewers.
She's not really, she's lying.
Have you seen the elixir of youth? And I got to the point where I couldn't afford it. And I was up in Aberdeen, north of Scotland. There wasn't anything really in the vicinity. And so I kind of gave up my dream. And the only reason it came back is because I started doing stuff for Coronation Street in about 98. And I got encouraged by the actors there to do it. And they said, why not? Follow your dream. And I did.
You did? And you went to the National Youth Theatre as well?
I did, yes.
Like?
I didn't mention that. Yes, National Youth Theatre. It was lovely. It was absolutely fine. It was about 25 of us up in a school devising this play together for a fortnight. And it was really exciting. And the trouble is, I can't remember any names from it. And I know, because I watch TV and I go, wasn't she in my year youth theatre? So I kind of would like a list to go, that's who I was drama school with. But it was lovely. It was lovely. I call it drama school because I learned so much at youth theatre. It was wonderful.
Definitely, without a doubt. Everyone who's done that says the same thing.
Oh, it's good.
Well, now you played another headmistress on Shameless, didn't you? Now, what was it like working with David Threlfall?
Amazing. And he was full of the cold. he was popping strepsils all the time. But what was really great about it is that I got to do a complete 3-minute scene with him, and for someone who it was their first television, to actually do that with a BAFTA-winning actor was just a phenomenal experience.
You had him between your legs as well, didn't you?
I did. He was right down there. It was very rude, viewers. Very rude.
We can't actually say the catchphrase because we're before
Sally.
the watershed, aren't we, really?
We can't say it. No, let's just say it was rude. But we got to chatting, and he went to the same drama school as me, Manchester Met, and so we had lecturers in common, so we were able to talk about it, and he made me feel really at ease, and he was a really nice man, and it was a lovely experience of my first bite of television.
Yeah, and in 2016 you won Celebrity of the Year award at the National Diversity Awards, and then you were also the first transgender actor to be nominated for a BAFTA as well, which was amazing.
Yeah, very, very big year, 2016. It was a bit hard to kind of get my head around it. The Celebrity of the Year award was just completely unexpected because I was up against some really, really big names, and I just did not expect that. And it's lovely, and I've got it on my mantelpiece. But the BAFTA one came out of complete left field. It was, let me just clarify, it was the Scottish BAFTA, it wasn't the national BAFTAs. That doesn't make it any less a nomination. No. It's just it's more regional. Yeah. And I was up against Katrina Balfe and Ashley Jensen, both of whom are Golden Globe winners. Definitely. So for me to be in that room, I knew I wouldn't win. I was kind of like, no, these people are wonderful. But it was wonderful to go, and we took Hollyoaks took a table.
Yes, you did.
And we had a whole load of people come up, and we kind of Hollyoaksed it, and it was just lovely, and that's something that sticks with you for a long time.
Definitely. So before we finish, I want to talk about something a bit serious because, you know, the world is improving for trans people, isn't it? But we've got a long way to go. Yeah. It was about 300 people that were killed last year just because of how they were identified, wasn't it? Maybe more, but that's all we got reported. Yeah, it was 300 and something, so it's quite a lot. But what would you say about mermaids? Because obviously that's a charity close to I know it's close to my heart as well. Yeah, yeah. Do you want to quickly tell the viewers a bit about mermaids before we finish?
Okay, mermaids have been in the press a lot recently by they've been highlighted as being a dangerous group because they are there to support the trans children and their parents. The problem is that it's all rhetoric. This group, mermaids, have been around for 20 years, and they have acted as liaison between confused parents, worried trans kids, and the NHS. And there's a lot of counselling, there's a lot of deputising, there's a lot of just aligning them. And basically what they do is they support as much as they possibly can, and they deserve every credit they get, because what they have at the end of it is very happy families and happy kids. Definitely. And that's what we want.
Definitely. Now, before we actually finish, what's next for Sally? Give us a bit of gossip.
What's next for Sally? Well, we've got Mercedes coming back, who is Sally is with Myra now. The first lesbian trans relationship on television.
Which is brilliant, because you don't get to see two middle-aged women, do you?
No,
and
two middle-aged women.
A lesbian trans woman as well, which is very rare on telly.
So we've got Mercedes coming back. She's coming back causing all kinds of trouble. And the McQueens are going to get into a bit of shtush in the summer. But then the new school is being opened as well. And I'm very proud to say that, and it's been announced, one of the new school kids for the new intake is Talia Grant, playing a character called Brooke, who is the first autistic actress in soap, and she's I haven't spoken to her yet, but everyone has just said she's just lovely.
Well, Hollyoaks is so diverse. I mean, they're brilliant at all sorts of things like that, aren't they?
So I think Sally's going to have a lot of interaction with Brooke, and the new school's going to open, and I have seen what the new school looks like, and all I can say is you might need sunglasses. Let's just say that it is the coat of many colours.
Well, on that note, Annie, thank you so much for popping in. And as you're the one on a regular contract, the drinks are on you.
Oh, yeah, right, fine.
As per, obviously.
Typical, yeah. What can you do?
Well, I can't wait to hear what's been going on this week.
Ah, yes, but do remember, it's not the news.
Hiya, I'm Lydia, and you're not going to believe what's been going on. A man has ended up in hospital with agonising headaches and neck pain after eating the world's hottest chilli. The 34-year-old developed the symptoms after trying the Carolina Reaper during a hot pepper competition. I mean, to be honest, with a name like that, you're not going to want to try it. Doctors warn that taking part in hot chili contests could have unexpected consequences as they published details of the incident in the journal BMJ Case Reports. The unnamed man immediately began dry heaving after sampling the chili, the US authors said in the paper. Over the following days, he developed intense neck pains and headaches, each of which just lasted a few seconds. The pain was so severe that he sought emergency treatment and he was tested for multiple neurological conditions. A CT scan showed several arteries in his brain constricted, and he was diagnosed with reversible cerebral vasoconstriction syndrome. Why did I even write that in here? I have to read it. The Guinness World Record for the hottest chili is held by the Puckerbutt Pepper Company in the US for their Smoking Eggs Carolina Reaper, which rates at an average of 1,569,300 Scoville heat units. Wow. Have you ever had a near miss in love? A student who fancied a yodel driver came up with an ingenious way to see him again. When student Karis Burt had a parcel delivered to her home, she was immediately won over by her yodel driver's good looks. She was left disappointed, however, after the good-looking driver walked away from her home, telling pals he slipped through the net. Expressing her regret to her pals via iMessage, Karis told them the driver was so good-looking and that she should have invited him in. But the student was wrong, because thanks to a cheeky plan, she ended up seeing the man at her home again just a short time later. After her delivery, she received a note from her yodel app, including her driver's number, in case she needs any help. She showed the pals the note, asking them, "Do you think this is the delivery man's number? Shall I text it?" And then she decided to do it anyway. She then messaged the driver, simply writing, "Come back, kiss." When he responded, asking who it was, the young woman from Kent replied, "You just delivered a parcel but left something here." The man then apparently wrote, "Lol, alright, what's that then?" "I'll be 5 minutes." Karis then messaged the mystery driver telling him he had left something at her house, and she later snapped a picture showing the driver sitting on her living room sofa. And it seemed Karis' plan worked. She snapped a picture which showed the driver sitting on the sofa in her living room, which she shared with her friends via their iMessage group using an emoji to cover up his face. A yodel spokesman told the Mirror Online, "We share drivers' contact details with our customers for delivery purposes only and would expect that customers do not contact their drivers for any other reason." That wasn't the news, and you guys have been amazing.
Now, our next guest has literally only been back in Manchester for just over a year, but already he's been nominated for a prestigious and quite frankly amazing award.
Yes, he's currently a DJ on a local radio station. But I'm guessing this is only the start of his journey. So, to tell us a bit more, please welcome Josh Littlehales.
Hello, ladies.
How are you?
I'm great. You make me sound like Laurence Olivier.
Well, you're doing very well for yourself, though.
I'm doing quite well. Can I just say thanks for having me? And this set is wonderful. It reminds me of the boot I was in last weekend. And thanks for the beverage also. Yeah, no, I'm good. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited. I've never done this before. Been interviewed.
Well, you've got a face for radio, and that's what you do, isn't it?
You're not the first to tell me that.
So, what radio station are you currently working with?
It's Tameside Radio in East Manchester.
Right.
So it's very community-led, which is perfect for me because that's where I'm from as well.
So you are from here. What made you leave here then?
And what made me come back? Who knows?
Well, what made you leave?
Originally, because Tameside's a lovely place, but I was always very ambitious. Now, I did the theatre, local theatre, I studied film and performing arts at college, and I wanted to do something bigger. It's a cliche, but a small fish in a big pond. Or is it a big fish in a small pond? I was the big fish. I was Daryl Hannah from Splash.
So if you started doing photography and doing a bit of performing, how did you get into that radio station, get your earphones on and become what you are today?
It was luck, pure luck, pure luck. I never wanted or thought I could be a presenter. Now, I worked in London, I did digital film production at university, and went to work in live TV for shopping networks, including the Jewellery Channel and the Craft Channel.
Is that where you got your jewels?
I had this made just by him, yeah.
Yeah, we have an under 10 day. But it was wonderful, and as I was there and got to see the presenters do their stuff, I thought, I want some more of that. So I started going in front of camera more at the Craft Channel, working with someone, say like Kevin Dewala of The One Show, which is a great person to look up to and learn from. And then for whatever reason, I decided to come back to Manchester because I wanted a slower pace of life. London's amazing, the hustle and bustle, but after 6 years, I thought it's time to come back, try something new. And I was just going to do photography. All I had to my name was 80 quid in the bank, a suitcase and a camera. So I thought I'll do photography, and I lived with my brother for a little while. But because I came out of a relationship, my confidence was a bit low. I'm giving you my life. It's like, this is your life, isn't it?
I feel like you're agony aunt.
No, I know, but thanks for asking. This
like
has been pent up for 12 months. So I came back because my confidence was a little low.
Yes.
So I thought, I'll volunteer at the local station because radio's a wonderful medium. You can fit into it comedy, sketches, meeting people, interviewing people, just all this different freight of wonderful things condensed into 2, 3, 4 hours. 2 weeks after meeting the producers, unfortunately the main presenter left of Tameside Today, which is 11 till 3, my show, and they offered me the job.
Wow.
Never done radio before.
Good insight.
So I've been there just over 10 months and I've been nominated for an award.
So tell us about this award then. What is the award and what's it all about?
It's a Diversity in Media Award. So I'm not sure if the show itself and my presenting style is diverse or it's diverse because I'm a gay man presenting local radio. And I don't know where it came from. The first round of nomination was announced in January and it was just a notification on Twitter.
Right.
Now I don't know how they know me.
So when do you find out?
I find out if I'm shortlisted in 6 days.
And then after that you'll find out...
Well, if I'm shortlisted,
When?
it opens to a national vote, so we go to the big do at
Yes.
the Waldorf Hotel in September.
Yes.
Oh, have you got your tux ready and everything just in case?
I haven't known because I don't think I'm going to get shortlisted.
How will people vote for you?
Online, we'll send the links through Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the social media. I'm going to get you to promote it, the show to promote it, everyone to promote it.
And you'll do wonders. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Mr. Josh Littlehales.
Thank you.
Now, today already, we have spoke to our gadget guru, talking all about things iPadish. Yes?
How pleased to say that.
Thank you, I know.
What are you taking?
But today, I'm very grateful to say he's stepped in to interview one of the cast members from the fantastic show that's on at the Lowry at the moment. It's called This House.
Now that sounds really, really good, but I do think there's no end to our presenters' talents, are there? Apart from one, when there's no start.
I'll have you know I was part of RADA, which actually stands for the Royal Academy of Drag Artists.
Following sell-out runs at the National Theatre and the West End, this extraordinary play takes on a new importance in the current political climate. Are we in the midst of a political revolution? Can the country stay united? Roll back to 1974. The corridors of Westminster rang with the sound of infighting and backbiting as Britain's political parties battle to save the future of the nation, whatever it takes. In the era of chaos, both hilarious and shocking, fistfights break out in the Parliament bars. High stakes and games are played, while sick or dying MPs are carried through the lobby to register their crucial votes as the government hangs by a thread. And I'm joined by one of the actresses from that show in the studio now, the lovely Natalie Grady. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm very well, thank you.
Nice to meet you and welcome to Manchester. But it's not a welcome, is it? 'Cause
No,
you're
no,
from
it's
round
home,
here. Yeah,
home,
She
brilliant.
lives here. So welcome to Manchester, welcome home. It must be nice to be back at home for a start, yeah? So the play, This House, tell me about it.
So it's set in the 70s.
Right.
So it starts in 1974 when
Right.
there were 2 general elections.
Got you?
And so the second general election puts Labour in the lead by 3. But it's what I guess we know as a hung parliament. So we then spend 5 years in this kind of situation of Labour and the Tory offices fighting to get votes, constantly trying to kind of knock the other one out. And it goes right up to the point where they have the general election in 1979 where Margaret Thatcher gets into government and becomes our Prime Minister.
I believe it's got some great music in it as well.
Yeah, we've got a live band on stage
Yeah.
who are phenomenal. And we have 2 Bowie tracks.
Yeah, I was going to just going to say that, yeah. And the
which
Sex
is fun.
Pistols as well, am I right?
It's the theme
Yeah,
of that in the
yeah,
second
yeah,
half.
yeah.
We move into that, which is lovely. And there's, it's not kind of people sitting around talking about politics. We have some movement sections
course,
in there.
yeah.
We've got some slow-mo kind of stuff going on. The death scenes are very interesting.
Oh, right, okay.
As in all kind
Spoiler.
of stylised and if you know your politics.
Yeah,
these
yeah, of
people
course.
die
Well,
anyway.
I'm more Kardashians than politics, so yeah, we'll just leave that there.
I think going on to that thing, for people that do go, oh God, I don't know very much about politics, I think the point of the play in many ways is that lots of people, certainly myself as well, feel that this is a world, the House of Commons is this kind of world that is not for us, that's in the dark, that's closed off. And I think what this play does brilliantly is open up that world and go, no, actually, I can understand this, I can be a part of this. And these systems
aren't scary things that I can't get involved in.
Yeah. Tell me who you play in the play.
So I play a character called Anne Taylor,
Right,
who's
okay.
from Bolton.
Right, okay, not
Originally,
very far away.
and she was MP for Bolton for a long time. She did incredible things. So she was born in 1947, went to Bolton School, and then went off to Bradford University to study politics, which I think in itself is quite rare in those days in working class towns like that. And became the first ever woman chief whip in the House of Commons. She became leader of the House, the first woman to ever do that. And there's a kind of, if you kind of look on Wikipedia, there's this whole list of first woman to do this, first woman. You know, but talking about research character, I mean, I met her. I met Anne Taylor.
That's always a good
so
or an eye-opener.
Yeah, she came to see the show at the Westwood Playhouse in Leeds.
What did you think of it?
She loved it. I mean, she's seen it many times before because, as you know, this was done years ago at the National anyway. So she's been very heavily involved from the beginning.
Right.
She's, you know, very behind this play. And I vaguely remember the writer saying at the time, you know, a lot of the whips wouldn't necessarily want to talk about what happened. It's quite, you know, a private world
quite
in
hard,
that sense.
isn't it, to portray in a play,
you know,
basically.
Anne was quite, you know, she was quite willing to get involved and give information, and yeah, she came to Leeds and loved it, and it's really nerve-wracking, you know, you're meeting someone that you've kind of developed this idea of from reading things online and from what people tell you, and suddenly you're like, oh, you're actually her.
So you're at the Lowry Theatre in Salford.
I am, yes.
How long are we here for?
So we did our first show last night, and we are here until Saturday. So we've got 2 shows today, so a busy day today. Tomorrow evening, Friday evening, and then 2 shows again on Saturday.
So if you are looking for tickets, it is a play with a twist, guys. So if you like to get involved, like me, I believe this is right, you can actually pay and sit in the performance, literally on the stage as the play is going on around you. How does that work? And is it quite off-putting?
So basically, the set it looks exactly like the House of Commons. You know, if you've ever seen it on telly, you can see all the kind of wooden...
A few times, with everyone asleep.
Yeah. So it's a bit like that. Hopefully our lot aren't asleep. But basically, you can sit and be members of Parliament on those green benches. So you can watch the show on stage with us. And we involve you, you know, at points in the play where there are votes and the ayes and the...
Right, so it's quite
we'll come and say, come on, get involved, come on, are you voting?
So it's a bit of real life for you there, as if you were there. That's really good. How did that come about?
I don't know. I think, I mean, I wasn't in the original production, so that's always been the way, the idea of really engaging and involving the audience, which is brilliant, isn't it? I mean, we should be doing that with audiences, allowing them to feel that they're part of it.
So a huge thanks there to my lovely guest, Natalie Grady here. Thanks for coming in and talking about your lovely play.
Thank you.
We are gloriously unique, this country, in not having a written constitution. What we do have are traditions, gentlemen's agreements.
This parliament was once the seat of the democratic world. Now it's the planet's biggest jumble sale. It's so bloody typical, this self-destructive bloody country.
This is it. This is the bit I've been waiting for. I love this. This is my exact idea of what a good night is. If you fancy a posh dinner and then watching somebody literally ripping the guts out of someone, this is for you.
No, I think I might be sick. Well, Anatomy Lab Live is the brainchild of Sam Pirritt. Now, he formerly began life as a science teacher, and he wanted more, and he literally wanted to find a new hands-on approach to teaching biology. So, forever having a bit of drama in his life, he decided to merge biology with theatre, bringing us this unique product called Anatomy Lab Live. Welcome to the pair of you. We've got Samuel, we've got Ad. Look at you in your posh top and everything.
Oh, nice.
Is this what you wear for the actual event?
Similar, yeah, similar. Either this or a slightly different colour.
I do love a guy in scrubs. Yeah, and I'm a bit close, so I'd be worried.
There's no rubber gloves though, and that's what's missing for me. But anyway, how did this all begin then? Where did the idea come from?
So I used to teach originally in Manchester, and after several years of teaching, I decided to kind of roll out a project that went into kind of all schools, and then we kind of got demand from university staff and other professionals, so we kind of launched a public event in the shape of a night out, and it seems to have been very popular as we've toured the UK.
And how does it work then? You know, do people come in, have food, and then do it, or do they do it the other way around?
So it starts with me. So I give them a bit of a meet and greet and a bit of a welcome. Tend to do that a bit smarter than I'm kind of currently dressed at the moment. And then they'll go into a dinner. And this year we did it with dinner, and they were literally round the organs. The organs were there in front of them, and they were eating the dinner round the organs. And then the dinner plates get cleared. Out comes Sam.
with Vivid, the cadaver, and off we go.
Who's Vivid, sorry?
Off we go.
So the last two tours have been in the style of a post-mortem. So we've had a real post-mortem suite in the middle of the dining room, and then after the dinner has finished, we've had myself and one of our pathologists that's accompanied us. We've taken apart all the various different organs, and then the participants have had the opportunity to dissect them themselves on the table. This year's back slightly different, so it's called the surgery. That's the theme this year. So we've got an operating theatre and a live patient that is going to undergo surgery.
A live patient?
Yeah.
We're always looking for volunteers.
I'm alright, thank you.
Yeah.
What do you mean a live patient? You can't operate on somebody in the middle of a 3-course meal, surely?
So we've kind of coined the term infotainment in a sense of what the evening involves, and kind of using science and theatre and special effects. There's going to be a live patient that is going to undergo surgery during the evening.
So it's a totally different dimension. Are you expecting people to faint? Because if I was going, I think I'd get a little bit, ooh.
It hasn't happened yet, but there's always a first.
We have a first aid kit on standby, so we have a few scalpel injuries. But
when you're doing the post-mortem / autopsy, are you actually using real things?
So all of the specimens that we use are animal specimens, so they're from pigs that have been raised for food for the food chain, and then we salvage all the waste products, the bit that doesn't get made into sausages, we use those for training purposes. We'd love to use human, but unfortunately we wouldn't be allowed to wheel somebody's deceased relative into a dining room.
And how are you touring with this then? Because I should imagine you have to keep the innards of a pig quite fresh, otherwise it's...
Yeah, so we typically go through a couple of hundred specimens a week, animal specimens a week, so we actually stop a lot of waste products going straight to landfill. And we've got quite a big operation in the Midlands that we have an ops team that kind of prepare all the stuff, keep it all fresh on ice. So it's a big logistical task.
Now I'm going to go to the menu. Do you have like fava beans and Chianti on the menu? A bit like
There's no pork. There's never any pork on the menu. It's all chicken. All chicken and vegetarian. And we get a lot of vegetarians. We get a lot of vegetarians.
What do the vegetarians say about it though? Are they like in arms about it? Or?
Yeah, they kind of. We've never had any. They eat mushroom. Well, we use using mushroom stroganoff or a vegetarian option, and then a lot of them are nurses in practice, and they benefit from actually dissecting 3D specimens. We come across a lot of healthcare practitioners. I think probably 2/3 of the audience are usually healthcare practitioners, and after surveying them, we tend to find that I'd say 90% of those have never had any dissecting experience. So it's the first time they've ever.
And it's going mega well for you. You're having to add extra dates. All the time, aren't you?
So we've just added a second date for Manchester. Today we did that. So
when's it on in Manchester? When can we find it?
26th and 27th of January next year in 2019. But we are coming to loads of locations throughout Britain. So keep an eye out for us.
Shows this year, I think.
Yeah, 28 shows.
2 we'll have in total by the time we've done.
And well, before you go, we do need to ask you a special question. Do you need any nurses?
Yay!
Well, hey, always looking for volunteers. Always looking for volunteers.
Thank you so much to the pair of you for coming in today, and we are going to definitely try and catch this because it's going to be
absolutely
pretty damn good. You'd watch it, wouldn't you?
Well, I've got the heart for it.
Somebody's not. Thank you very much, and that's a bit up live.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us. Now, let's zoom over to our titties with the sport.
Hiya. How are you doing? Are you organised, ready and raring?
Well, I've got my pieces of paper. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Here we are. Oh yes, sorry, yes.
Oh, right.
So what are we talking about this week then, Titters?
Well, we'll just start off by rounding up last weekend's football.
Right.
So on Saturday, United got the first part of the job done. Went to Wembley, beat Tottenham Hotspur 2-1. So we're one game away. I should say Manchester is one game away. Another little bit of silverware and bringing it back up here. Now with the ladies' game, the ladies played on Sunday and they had a 0-0 draw against Lyon in the Champions League. But they're expected to get beat anyway. But they're going over to France next week, so fingers crossed for them.
It's a shame because women's football is doing really well at the moment. Actually, we're getting some good teams together.
The Super League, Ladies Super League, is really taken off. Unfortunately, sort of like City got all the stronger players. Unfortunately, a couple of them sort of like one went over to Barcelona. One's gone to Lyon. And obviously the better players, but they are the better teams. Sorry, you're looking at the glassy eyed, aren't you, Belinda?
Just thinking about my tea.
He's lost the will, tell
I know, absolutely.
And seeing we mentioned Manchester Thunder last week with the netball, they won on Saturday at the Bellevue Arena.
Right.
And I've just checked, yes, it was 62-57, which is a lot of goals again.
Bellevue Arena, is that where Bellevue used to be?
Yeah, just further on the Bellevue Arena.
Yeah, I know that bit.
Yeah. And they're now second in the Super League.
As I say, you know, the girls are really bringing it home, which is fabulous.
That's good.
Now, last week's challenge.
Yes, what did we say here? Water sports.
In honour of Tom Daly.
Yes.
And I think there was a sort of like a threat of me and Speedos, wasn't there?
There was, did you do it?
Well, I tried them on at home. And I got in front of the mirror and I could swear that Captain Ahab was behind me. So I thought, better not, I'm not risking that one. So anyway, just a few facts and things about Tom really. But before Tom, we haven't done very, very well at all. I mean, the last time we won an Olympic medal for the fellas was in 1960, a fellow called Brian Phelps.
Really?
Yeah. The ladies fared a little bit better, but we're going back sort of like 1960, 1920, 1912. And I've looked them all up. None of them are from Manchester. So, I mean, the Mancunians have got, in the future, we've got to shape ourselves and get ourselves a medal holder. Getting into the sport, it's any kid that goes along for swimming lessons, once they get to level 7 of swimming, then they're introduced to new different sports like water polo, synchronised swimming, and diving comes along in that group. So levels 8 to 10, you can do all that sort of stuff, and it introduces them to the sport. After that, they go into diving clubs. So like the two nearest ones to here, obviously the Aquatic Centre in Manchester, and we've got this one at Bury as well, which is nice and handy.
I was going to say the Aquatic Centre during the Commonwealth Games was so prominent and everything.
Oh,
it's just
exciting.
we just need to encourage more Mancunians really to get in the pool and get cracking.
Yeah, and that was all.
We need a Manchester Olympics.
Imagine, yeah.
Maybe we'll sort
I could see you in that.
Could you see? What could you see me doing?
Doing the triathlon.
I can't walk up the stairs.
Try anything.
Exhausted.
Try anything on me.
Hey, that could be a challenge for you next week. What about triathlon?
Triathlon.
That's 3. I can't walk and talk at the same time. Let her do 3 sports. Come on, give me a chance.
Guess what time it is now? I'm getting a little message in my ear telling us that we've got to wrap it up. We're out of time. But we're not just out of time, we're out of time for the entire show as well.
Ta-ta, titters.
Right, you know what? I will leave you to do your link.
Ta-ta, titters.
Ta-da, thank you.
Do you know, that was certainly a packed show, wasn't it?
It really was. Thanks to all our guests. Now, next week on Your Manchester, we talk to the Lib Dems' Martin Brown and also the fabulous star of the new Nigel Slade.
Oh, that sounds really exciting. All this plus lots more only on
Your Manchester.
Oh, that's it for now, but thank you. We hope to see you then.
Ta-ra, flowers.
Ta-ra.